Good morning. Good morning. We are recording on a Monday morning. This is a mindful Monday. Well, we are being mindful on this Monday morning. So, welcome whenever you are watching this. There might be background noise. I can't tell if you can hear the background noise. And actually, the Zoom recording doesn't usually pick up the background noise. But I've got the doors of the yoga shed wide open because it's a beautiful day here. The sun is shining, it's warm, but that means there's lots of people doing things in their gardens. Like, I don't know, it sounds like they're sawing down trees, but I don't know what they're doing. Hopefully they're not sawing down trees. So we are going to have a centering. We have the emotion of the week, which I'm excited about. We're going to have a check-in. We're going to have some embodiment, exploration, and a guided meditation practice. So we'll start with our centering, following ABC. And as ever, I encourage you to have your eyes open, but should you choose to close them, please do. A for awareness. So noticing the space that you're in, noticing any sounds that you can hear, anything in the distance, noises outside, closer by, anything that you can see in the space you're in. Familiar items, things that might trigger memories, trying not to get into the story, but noticing. Awareness of scents and smells. And awareness of your skin, perhaps the temperature of the air meeting your skin. And your feet on the ground, your body on furniture. And then take your awareness inwards. How do you feel today? How am I as a body right now in this moment? Noticing tension, discomfort, pleasant sensations. And then take awareness to the breath. The inhale. The pause as it turns into the exhale. And the gap as it moves back round into the inhale. A, awareness. B is for balance. So have a little rock back and forth, side to side, up and down. One person in the Zoom room is on a train, and that interesting bringing balance to your posture when it's moving for added exploration. Finding that sweet area where there is least effort. See if you can bring balance to the breath, counting the breath in and counting the same for the breath out, equalizing them if that's comfortable. Now, I say this regularly, but if it's not comfortable, then try having the exhale a little longer than the inhale. Balance. C is for core. So we're looking for softness through the core without collapse. Softening through the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue, have a waggle. The neck, shoulders, chest, belly. So perhaps inhale and lengthen up through the spine. Exhale. Find that softness. One more. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and even breathe out and have an audible exhale. A, B, C, C. Second C for connection. Bringing to mind a person, someone, past, present, future, someone that makes you feel warm inside, friend, family member, or a pet, or an animal, or your inner self, your higher self, or taking a look on the screen at the people in the Zoom room, smiling back. And notice that shift in how you feel. And then let that go. Have a wiggle. Okay, I'm going to tell you the emotion first, and then we'll have a check-in. So the book, for those that don't know, I did put the book in the group last week, and I didn't realize this, but I signed up for something. I suggest you all do this, by the way. I signed up for something called Amazon Associates. It's a bit like an affiliate thing. And apparently then whenever you send someone a link, it sends them a link that's an affiliate link. So I apologize on one hand that the link was an affiliate link. On the other hand, I was just sharing the book. So there you go. Sign up. You never know. And it wouldn't affect what people do. But if you share something and they buy it, I don't know how it works. You might get something. So the emotion that came up was happiness. And I thought, I'm not sure about that. That's like a bit over optimistic and, are we all going to have to be happy? But I invite you to give it a chance and listen to the words of the book. So what we think or say, life is good. And I thought, well, that's okay, but sometimes life isn't good. So what do we do with that? Its impact on our openness to others, and it opens us, and yeah, I can feel that. Our reaction or impulse for action is to enjoy the moment. And this is where I thought, oh, okay, now I'm starting to understand what this is about. Related emotions, delight, joy, bliss, and euphoria. Well, they're good. Its purpose. Show us what good life looks like. And that is kind of a bit double-edged, but don't worry, the good bit is coming yet. The orientation, the time orientation of this emotion is in the present. Okay. How this emotion can get in the way. Happiness is related to joy and contentment and is a pleasant emotion to feel, but we only appreciate it when we also have the experience of sadness and disappointment. Now, I don't know that that gets in the way. And what came to me when I read that was we need range. To exist as humans, we need range. If we experienced this thing called happiness all of the time, we wouldn't know we were happy. And it would wear out. That we wouldn't appreciate it. So happiness in the moment is actually beautiful. That point in the centering, and I looked up at the gallery view on the television of the Zoom room and saw faces smiling at faces. That showed happiness in the moment. So experiencing happiness, it's not about striving to be happy the whole time. That's humanly impossible. That's delusion. And it's okay to have a range of emotion, but then the joy of happiness in the moment that can be so simple, so now, so shared. And that is human. What we confuse it with, joy. Happiness is the belief that things are turning out well or happening in a way that pleases us, which is when we tap into that. This is happening right now. Joy is the emotion that allows us to celebrate all that is good in life. Interesting distinction, I thought, closely related. how it feels or moves us. We feel content and would like things to continue. Of course we would. It feels good. That regulation, that social regulation with others, when we catch somebody else's facial expression, when we catch a smile, when we share in a moment that brings happiness, we want that to continue. But as I was just saying, nothing can continue the entire time, and if it did, we would not appreciate it. How our body might feel: light, energized, flowing. How our breath might be: moderate, mid-chest. How our body might be: open, perhaps a smile. Well, as we all were at the end of that centering, chest relaxed, open. And there's a quote for it: be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. I think that's really quite powerful. Okay, so an invitation to check in and maybe say where you are on a happiness scale in this moment. You might show with your hand, you might count with a number, and this moment might be this day, this month, this year, or it might be this moment right now, this present moment. And to consider what it is that triggers that happiness that brings a smile. It might be something as simple as a cat on your knee, or a swirly ice cream with a flake in it, which is what I had at the weekend. It made me very happy for a few months. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording and we'll have a quick check-in, and then we will have some exploration of the embodiment of happiness. And I'll move over there. So, the embodiment of happiness. Okay, the embodiment of happiness. Remember, I'm not suggesting to you that we walk around all day like one of those Stepford Wives movies where everybody is, yes, happy all of the time. And it wouldn't work. Well, it didn't work in Stepford Wives, did it? It wasn't real. So perhaps whether you're sitting or standing, feel your feet on the ground again and notice how you are in this moment. And then bring to mind something that you feel happiness for, or how you feel in your body. If you feel a happiness rating that's quite high right now, notice how that feels in your body. Or if you think of something, an event, a person, a pet, something that brings you happiness, where do you feel that in your body? Is it in your belly? Is it in your chest? And there's an openness, and we do yes pose, which is front leg is straight, back leg is bent. We're a bit more open, and there is a sense of being open here, of a yes, being open to the happiness of this moment. But we can also tip into enthusiasm, where we really are, yes, but it can be really calm and quiet as well. Yes. That internal sensation. So notice where it feels good for you. Yes. What comes to mind with happy moments? If there's a big yes, or a gentle, calm yes. And even in the memories of one event to another, the shift in the amount of happiness that you might feel, the contrast is important. Yes. Yes. I love going down to the River Tees, and we like to look at the Tees early in the morning, and it brings a sense of joy, but happiness in that moment. being open, present. There's a softness. So notice where in your life the happiness is boosted. And if you need any more of it, and how you can bring more of it, which might simply be an extra walk. Have a wiggle, have a shake that off. And some of the difficulties in exploring happiness is if we're not feeling happy, if we're feeling quite subdued or unhappy, the contrast can be too big. So let's have a shake it off, shake it, wiggle it. And breath of joy, we've done a version before. We'll do that before we sit down. So inhale, whether you're standing or sitting, inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, take them down. Inhale, take the arms back. Lift the chest. Exhale, bring them back. Inhale, take them up again. Exhale, soften the knees and straight down. Lovely. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, let it go. Have a shake. We'll do that once more. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, take the arms out. Lift through the chest. Exhale back. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, soften the knees, hinge at the hips. Inhale, all the way back up. And let go. Have a shimmy, have a shake. I'll come and sit back down. We'll have a guided meditation. So finding a position that's comfortable for you today. Traditionally, we sit tall, but I invite you to find the position that is right for you today, whatever that is. Settling down with any cushions, blankets, or cats on your knee, as I see. Joining in this moment. Softening the gaze or closing the eyes and noticing how you feel again, noticing each part of the body, noticing the breath. And on the exhale, perhaps you can soften just a little more. And an invitation to take a walk in your mind's eye. You're heading towards a walled garden. And the pathway is outside of the garden, along the edge of the wall. Perhaps there's a big grassy area of lawn to one side, neatly mowed. And this tall Victorian wall on one side of you with a path running along the edge. You can't see over it, but you know there's a secret garden there. Perhaps you reach your hand to touch the brick. Feel how cool it is. The rough texture of each handmade brick that's been there for so many years. Above, the sun is shining. Tiny whisper of clouds here and there. Birds singing in the distance. Following the edge of the wall, coming to a gate, a gap in the brick, opening the gate and stepping into the garden, the walled garden, like a secret garden. Instead of the grassy lawn outside of the garden, in here there is a wealth of vegetation, of fruit bushes, of fruit trees. In one part of the garden, you see the bushes and trees are dry, the leaves are crispy, the fruit is wizened, it's empty, it's lifeless. But walking past it brings a richness. Plump fruits, brambles, apples, strawberries. Looking back at the dried bushes that can't sustain the fruit and looking forward at the juicy fruit, the happy bushes flourishing, the contrast between the two gives you an even greater appreciation for the abundance of what's offered. Perhaps this is what happiness can look like in a moment. The happiness of the bushes and trees, able to produce, sustain, offer the fruit. You move away from the dried, tired bushes and further into the richly abundant bushes and trees and find a place to settle. Find a place to sit. Maybe resting on a bench or against a tree in gentle shade. Notice the scents and smells in the air. Flowers, fruit, grasses, trees. And take attention back to your own breath. Inhaling, sensing into expansion. Exhaling with ease and a gentle happiness in this moment. All is good. All is safe. So much abundance around you. And take awareness down to the feet, down to each toe, the soles of the feet and the top of the feet, and sensing the whole of each foot. And perhaps you can sense or imagine each foot and each toe filling with the breath. Perhaps you can sense or imagine the breath coming through the soles of the feet, nourishing, inhaling with expansion, exhaling with ease and a gentle happiness, contentment in this moment. Moving awareness from the feet through the ankles and into the legs. Awareness of the lower legs and knees and the upper legs. The muscles of the calf, the muscles of the thigh. Strong bones within the legs. Perhaps you can sense or imagine the legs filling with the breath, and as though the breath is being drawn through the soles of the feet, spreading through the feet, the toes, and the whole of the legs, bringing nourishment. Inhaling with expansion, exhaling with ease, gentle happiness in this moment. Letting your awareness move through the feet, through the legs, through the hips and up into the pelvis and the belly. Sensing deep into the pelvis and the belly and the organs within the belly, the stomach and the intestines, spleen, kidneys, liver, bladder. Sensing, imagining the breath filling the belly and filling the pelvis. Perhaps you can imagine the breath being drawn through the soles of the feet, filling the feet, the toes, the lower legs and upper legs, the hips, the pelvis, the belly. Breathing in with expansion. Breathing out with ease and a gentle happiness in this moment. Shifting your awareness to the fingers, each fingertip and the tip of each thumb. The fingers, the thumbs, the palms of the hands and the back of the hands. Perhaps you can sense or imagine the hands filling with the breath, as though the breath is being drawn through the palms of the hands, bringing nourishment into the hands. Inhaling, finding expansion. Exhaling with ease and a gentle happiness in this present moment. Allowing your awareness to move from the hands, through the wrists into the lower arms, the elbows and the upper arms, sensing the bones of the lower arms, the upper arms, the muscles, the lower arms, the muscles, the upper arms. Sensing, imagining the whole of the arms filling with the breath, as though the breath is being drawn through the palms of the hands, spreading through the fingers, the thumbs, the whole of the arms. Inhaling with expansion. Exhaling with a sense of ease and gentle happiness in this moment, right now. Moving awareness from the hands through the arms, through the shoulders and into the chest. Sensing Imagining the heart, the lungs, the rib cage, the muscles between the ribs. Perhaps you can imagine the whole of the chest filling with the breath, filling the lungs, filling the heart, filling the ribs. And as though the breath is being drawn through the palms of the hands, through the fingers, up through the arms and into the chest. Inhaling with expansion. Exhaling with ease and a gentle happiness in this moment. Letting awareness move from the chest through the neck up into the head. Awareness of the eyes, the ears, the nose and the mouth, the jaw, the tongue. And sensing the breath filling the whole of the head. Perhaps you can imagine the breath being drawn through the palms of the hands, the arms, the shoulders, the neck, and filling the head. The whole of the head filling with the breath. Inhaling with expansion. Exhaling with ease and a gentle happiness in this moment. Awareness of the whole body here. And sensing or imagining the breath being drawn through the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands, filling the legs, filling the arms, filling the belly and pelvis, filling the chest and head, the whole of the body filling with the breath, filled with nourishment. Inhaling with expansion. Exhaling with ease and a gentle happiness in this moment. Allowing your attention to rest here in the whole body, in this moment, for the next couple of minutes. Inhaling with expansion. Exhaling with ease. A gentle happiness in this moment. Inhaling with expansion, exhaling with ease and a gentle happiness in this moment. Noticing the space that you're in your mind's eye, in this garden, this walled garden, amongst the abundance of the fruit bushes, the fruit trees, resting here and gently leaving your place of rest, making your way back through the garden, noticing again the contrast between the bushes and trees that are dry and the bushes and trees that are flourishing and abundant. Reaching the gate in the wall, making your way back through, back along the pathway from where you came. Perhaps taking an intention into the day of noticing moments of happiness, small moments here and there in your day, the things that make you pause and smile in that moment. Taking any movements you need, perhaps a stretch or a hug or hand to heart. And slowly and gently, as you're ready, coming back to where we began. For those watching the recording, thank you for joining us. I'm going to stop it and speak to the people in the Zoom room.